Hey everybody, Jem Schofield here with the C47 and another episode of Random Acts of. Audio is going to be pretty bad right now because I'm using the internal mic, but I am actually... Where are we, Ken?
In the lower storage area.
Lower storage area looking for flats for film camp. So we found, I think, a door flat. I've seen some window stuff. So we're going to go explore a little bit, see what we can find, and hopefully we'll get the stuff that we need for next week. I'm in Oregon, by the way. That's Skylar. That's Ken. Ken is the guy who runs the area that I am teaching in. So you're going to use that.
And it's just another flat.
Right. So we can build sort of that back wall. Mm-hmm. And then this is going to be the basis for our doorway. But we're not going to use this door right here. We're going to actually use one of these French doors, which is actually behind the jail door, which we might use just because it's a jail door. And we're going to actually convert one of these French doors, because there's two of them here, into a window so that we have a repeated pattern. And that's kind of the game plan, at least. And Ken, having both a... video production and a big theater background, is very comfortable doing that kind of stuff. So I'm excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. This is actually my 5th year doing this program, and we have never done something like this before, where we're building sets and we're doing all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be really, really fun. What I want to know is, what is over by that white rear view mirror? Is that a potato?
That's what it looks like.
That's a potato on an antenna. Okay, so week 2 of film camp, and we are now in a different space. And a lot of that stuff, that's Ken again, that was sourced from the lower storage area, is now in this space, which is where we are running the film camp. What we have here, well, yesterday it was pretty cool. So we had the kids in here for the first time, and they really started to, this wasn't even built. This was actually all on the floor, and we arranged it in the order that we'd like to see where the window's going to be, where the door is going to be. This window here, pretty important on this back wall, and we decided that instead of just having these 4 panes here, we opened it up to have 6, and that's going to give us more options from behind to light, and will be good for different setups. You can see the jacks back there holding up this back wall, and then we'll have a side wall here, which will just be flat on a 45-degree angle. And then out here we have equipment, and one of the other things that we did yesterday is Ken and I taught set safety, so how to set up and break down C-stands and regular light stands and using sandbags and everything else. You can see that there's Ken. Say hi, Ken. Setting up those jacks on there to hold up this side piece. And then we also have all of this black paper here that is all around the space, and we are going to be blacking out this entire space today, and that's something we're going to have the students help us do. Okay, so here comes Ken. He's got another piece here. This is going to be going behind the door. I'm actually just seeing that for reference. So there's that door over there, and this is going to go behind the door so that we don't see chairs and things like that. We can push some light through it. Really the last thing, because we've got a mantelpiece, we've got some furniture, which I have already shown you. Have the book light set up over there. Got something that can play as a window over there if we need it to. So this is kind of the calm before the storm, and it's just a quick look around the set. And one of the things that's really exciting to me about film camp is after about 15 to 20 hours of instruction, these students who knew little to nothing about filmmaking, let alone video production, are actually doing this all themselves. So I'll pop in every once in a while. Ken will come in every once in a while and just give a little advice or something for them to think about. And of course, we had something to do with putting this set together. But we also have great sponsors, companies like Westcott. Here's my Booklight kit, the DP kit. They have no idea how lucky they are, but we actually are shooting with 3 Otis lenses, all of this content, the 28, the 55, and on here right now, lensing the FS7, the 85 millimeter, and an FS7. I mean, again, you know, a great camera system. We don't really get into everything having to do with how to use the camera, because we want to focus on them understanding how all of these pieces work. Okay, so I guess we're going to go see what this looks like now in sort of kind of its final form. See what these guys are up to. A couple more days of film camp. Set has been dressed more. People have roles, script supervisors, DPs, all kinds of stuff. That's Narissa. She's a script supervisor, going over stuff that needs to be gone over.
What's line 4? Before that, the long. Oh, good.
These guys are going over some changes right now.
Yeah. Back to 1, please.
And we've got Andy, who's directing, and Seamus on camera, Michael, our AC, Dylan, boom operator. So you guys can get a pretty good idea of what we're doing here. And we're just basically running through a scene from the movie Brooklyn. And we are doing our second setup right now. We're on a 55, and then we'll change that lens out for an 85. But we're doing a rack focus shot right now. There you have it. Film camp. Teaching these guys stuff. Now the thing is that when I do this, I don't teach them any differently than I teach everybody else. So the expectation is professionalism, learning your craft, and stuff like that. It can be hard sometimes, depending on who the group is, but the people who are in it for the full 2 weeks, they really get a lot of education in terms of how all of this stuff works. I love doing it. It's the only time I do it with students every year, or young students. And I look forward to doing it every summer. This year, first time we're out here doing these sets, and next year we're actually thinking about being here for the full 2 weeks. I think that's it. That's another episode of Random Acts Of.